Good morning. As we go to the chitas of today, we're holding the portion of Vayakel. We are holding in the third reading. Today is Tuesday. In the third reading of that portion, we're holding on chapter 35, verse number 30. Moshe Rabbeinu said b'nei Yisrael to the children of Israel, see that the Eibishter has called the name of Betzalel ben Uri ben Chur, Tzalel, the son of Uri, the son of Chur, the Mati Yehuda, to the tribe of Yehuda. Now she says Chur was Benoy Shel Miriam. Chur was the son of Miriam. The Eibishter filled them with the Spirit of God, the Chochmah and wisdom, B'tfuna, and with understanding, with das, and with knowledge, and all the work that needed to be done. Lachshe machshaves, to do master weaving. Lases, to do bazav, bakesev, in the gold and the silver, ubanacheshes, in the copper. Bachareshes, in the craft of stone. The malays, to feed, and in the settings. Bachreshes, in the craft of the wood. Lases, to do b'chol malacha, in all the work, meleches machshaves, thoughtful work. And he put into the heart the ability to teach him and Eliyav, the son of Achisamach, lemate Dan, to the tribe of Dan. Now she said the tribe of Dan, which is the lowest of tribes, of the sons of the handmaids, Bilhah and Zilpah. Dan was Bilhah's son. Yet God compared him, Eliyav, to Betzalel for the work of the Mishkan. And he, Betzalel, was the greatest of all tribes, Yehuda, to fulfill what is said, and a prince was not recognized before a poor man. By the Eibishter, for the building of the Mishkan, whether you were the highest level of tribe, the lowest level of tribe, by God, you were all involved in the building of this Mishkan. Verse 35, Chachma, slave, the Eibishter filled their hearts with that wisdom. Laz is called Melechas Chodesh, do all the work of craftsmen, the Chayshev, and all the work, V'Roikem, in the work of embroidery, Tcheles, in the blue wool, Ba'agaman, in the purple, Ubetlash Shani, and the crimson wool, Ubesheish, and in the linen, V'Oidig, Oisei, Kamalach, and the weavers that did all this work, V'Cheshem, and master weavers. Chapter 36, verse number 1. Also Betzalel Eliyav, and Betzalel and Eliyav did call Ish Chacham Lev, whoever was mind, who had a wisdom of the heart. Ashnosh Hashem Chachma, which the Eibishter gave wisdom and a tfuna behema in them. Ladas, to know. Lases, to do. It's called Meleches Avedas HaKodesh, all this beautiful godly work. L'chol asher tziva Hashem, whichever God commanded. Vayikra Moshe el Betzalel. Moshe Rabbeinu called Betzalel and Eliyav, called Ish Chacham Lev, and everybody who was wise at heart. He called them, Asher Nasa Hashem Chachma B'Libay, which God put wisdom in their hearts. Kol Asher Nasa Libay, whoever, anyone who uplifted his heart, the Karva Malacha, to come and do the work. Last they say to Moshe, and they took all these professionals, took it's called Atrumo, all the offerings that Shehevi b'nei Yisrael, which the Jewish people brought, the Mlechas Avedas HaKodesh, to the work of the holy of godliness. Last is to do it. They kept on bringing more and more every day. And then all the wise men who were doing the work of the holy came. Ish malachta, each person came who had a profession, talent, Hashem Oisim, which they were doing to the Saved. And they told Moshe, they're giving too much stuff. We don't need so much stuff. Which God has commanded. More than is needed for the labor. And they commanded Moshe, and they announced in the camp. Lamer, and they said, Isha, each and every man and woman, should not do any more work for the offering of the holy. And so the people stop bringing. She says, "Kale is a lashon of minia; they hold themselves back." And the work was sufficient. To all the work that was needed, but Yehi said there was left over. Now she says the work of bringing was sufficient for all the makers of the Mishkan, for all the work of the Mishkan to make it and to leave over. But Yehi explains that he said comes from the word as it says, like it says, he covered his heart. Yehi is the opposite. He ends and there was left over. That completes the Chumash for today. Go to the Tanya of the day. Up till now, the Alter Rebbe has discussed the mitzvah of loving your fellow Jew as one on his own merits. He now proceeds to discuss the value of this mitzvah as the basis of all commandments, thereby elucidating yet further the importance of rejoicing the joy of the soul alone. Talmud says, Hillel the Elder, who was the author of a well-known statement of Ahavas Yisrael, the love of your fellow Jew, and the basis of the entire Torah. Hillel had been approached by a Gentile who declared that he wished to convert to Judaism, but only if Hillel would teach him the entire Torah, he stood on one foot. Hillel replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to your fellow." That is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Famous statement of Hillel. Obviously, difficulty presents itself. All mitzvahs fall in either two categories: between man and man, or between man and God. So it's understood how the mitzvah of the former category may be motivated by the love of his fellow. You want to have a relationship between two people, you need to have Yisrael. But how can Hillel say that love motivated one to fulfill any mitzvah belonging to the latter category, between man and God, to observe Shabbos, for example? What does observing Shabbos have to do with the love of your neighbor? So how can Hillel say La'av is Yisrael is the entire Torah and Shabbos is commentary? How can he say that? What does Shabbos have to do with love your fellow Jew? So the Alter Rebbe answers follows from the previous stated principle that the essence of Avos Yisrael lies in giving priority to one's soul rather than to his body. That's it. That is the concept. The concept of soul over body, which is the struggle that we all deal with. This indeed is the basis of the entire Torah, the Alter Rebbe says. This is the heart of the Torah. The heart of the entire Torah is soul over body, mind over matter, spirituality over physicality. And over here, we're not talking about that we are getting rid of physicality. We are actually revealing the true purpose of physicality. The true vehicle of the soul is the body. That's the ultimate vehicle of the soul is the body. But the body needs to be the vehicle to the soul, not the soul, the vehicle to Chas V'Shalom, to the body. And this is indeed the basis of the entire Torah. The entire Torah is Lashon Ha'ira. The Torah is a concept to show a person, to impress a person, to give the person the tools and the capability. It's all within a package, within the same thing, Torah, mitzvahs. The Torah is the philosophy, the understanding, the beauty, and the mitzvahs is actually the vehicle which the Torah comes within and creates and accomplishes that mission. The concept of godliness over physicality and the importance of revelation of godliness. Sava Kodesh Baruch Hu Lias Diber Torah. The Eibishter wanted that he would be able to dwell in this world. Says Shami Hillel, this is what Hillel said. Al Kiyah Mitzvah Zu. On the mitzvah of Avas Yisrael, Hillel said, Zeu kol ha-Torah kulo. This is the entire Torah. V'idach pirushu. and the rest is commentary. Yesod Yeshedish Kol HaTorah, because the basis and the root and the purpose of the entire Torah, Hulagbiya Lahalas HaNefesh Alaguf, is the concept of the elevating, of the exalting of the soul above the body to God. Maila Maila Ika V'Shosh L'Kol Alman. He continues to go higher and higher, which is the root of all worlds. That is the whole concept. V'gam, not only is the concept to go above, v'gam laham shechayresei b'knesses Yisrael, is the going above, that's the coming, the bringing up the physical, the elevating the soul over the body, brings down a godliness in the world. That is why we're trying to have elevation. We're trying to have elevation for the concept of the descent. The asarusa, the latata, the awakening from above is for the awakening from the awakening from below, is for the awakening of above. Is lahamshich oirein soy baruch hu b'knesses Yisrael, is to bring down the infinite light in the community of Israel. Mishbar Lakam, I'll explain later. We're trying to bring about a revelation in the essence of the soul of all Jews, that it becomes one and one, united as one. Shema Yisrael Hashem Echad, the concept of unity. We want to bring about a unification, a total unity in all levels, on all concepts, totally surrounded, as the Echad stands for Ches, the seven heavens and the earth and the four corners. Everything is united in one. It becomes one entity. There's no concept out of it. There's nothing separate from God. And but this indwelling of the light and safe in the community is impossible if there's disunity. How is it possible to be the concept of oneness when in the world is disunity? When in the Jewish world there's disunity? When one feels greater than the other. Because God does not dwell in an imperfect, fragmented place. The Eibishter needs unity. The Eibishter needs shleimus. That the thing is total. God is in the concept of shleimus. The aspect of that says, "Tamim to you, be complete." God wants the concept where there is completion. There's no disfragmentation. There's no concept of separation. Where there's separation, there is the opposite of godliness. Because godliness is the concept of unity. Godliness is the concept of oneness. Godliness is the concept of humility. As we say in our davening every day, Barucheinu Avinu, bless us, God. Why? Because we are one, all as one. Where the light of your countenance, bless us, we are one. So because we are one, that's why we have a connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As we say in a simple concept, that in a marriage, the Eibishter says, I find the greatest a blessing for all my blessings where there is true peace in a family, where there's true unity in a couple. Because where there's unity, there's oneness, there's a concept of tranquility, there's a concept of happiness. You have a concept of godliness. Where there is division and there's strife and there's struggle. I want to use the word struggle. Where there's strife, where people have indifference of each other, people feel greater than one another, people are trying to hurt one another, God forbid. You can't have the concept of the Eibishter. God cannot be in that aspect. Which is I explained, as is explained in other places at length. That completes the Tanya of today. Today is the 25th day of the month, which is Tilim, is the half of chapter 119. From beginning of the chapter to the letter Mem in the chapter of 119. If you do that, you do the Chitas of the day. Wish you all a wonderful and beautiful day. Hashem will see you all tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We'll continue the Chitas. Have a wonderful and beautiful